bit stuff, then you might round up. You only get 1 gigabyte up on the cloud.
Okay.
Which is approximately an hour of movie.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Well, no, probably about 2 hours because it condenses it. But
all right. Well, we are recording.
Okay.
So, how does it get any better than this? So, what's our title again, Liam?
I don't know, Sex with Julie and Liam, isn't it? That's what I wanted to call it.
Cool. So, it's been interesting. So the title was around the energy of sexualness and how we take that energy and contrive it into, we take all our points of view and contrive it into sex and relationship, or contrive those pieces, I should say. Maybe it's not contrive it into, but so how much energy does this bring up in everybody's world? Because it sure feels like a lot to me.
Yeah, a lot, a little, or megaton a latte.
Yeah, again, sweating. Oh my gosh.
I'm happy because I just done 2 ESC sessions.
Yeah. Cool. So everything this is bringing up and all the barriers this is bringing up, could we soften those a little bit and just try and create them all?
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
There is someone making a bit of noise.
All 9 There we go. How does it get better than that? So, where are we going with this class?
Yeah, all the barriers that you've got, can we soften those around sexualness or that energy that's up right now? Mm-hmm. Even if you're watching this in the future.
So how about we do this? How about feel your feet on the floor and thunk thunk, feel your butt in the seat. And just take a moment to connect with your body and allow your barriers to soften even more.
Hello.
Hi, hey. Mike.
Hi.
We were just pushing down our barriers. Mr. Carmody.
I see. Okay. I can see. Am I on video or no?
Nope, not yet.
No, okay. I'm on a different computer. So, hello all.
Hi. Cool. So just getting present with all the energies that come up around this, and how much do we want to defend against them? And can we allow those defenses to begin to drop?
Yes.
Cool. So anything that doesn't allow for that, can we uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Cool. And then can we take our energy and expand it out? And how far out do we have to go to not be at the effect of all the points of view around sex and sexualness and sensuality and copulation? And so anything that doesn't allow for that expansion, can we uncreate and destroy it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So, how you guys be?
I'm happy!
Everybody's muted.
Cool. And notice when somebody is so in your face with happiness, like I've been bouncing up and down on the couch and I'm joyful, and it's like, what does that bring up for you? Does it bring up a barrier, or are you aware of when you've done that, how many people judge you? A lot, a little, or megaton a latte? So when you are really being you, how much judgment do you pull towards you? A lot, a little, or tons and tons and tons. Yeah.
That's funny.
Everywhere where you're being the orgasmic you, yeah, yeah. Let's stick the Coke in there. Energizer bunny. Woo! Yeah. Or you must be weird, or you must be totally off the planet, or you must be psycho or loopy, or you're going to kill me. You're going to go postal, or I don't know, what is it now? You're going to go Miami. I don't know what it is.
Postal. I'll go postal. I'll just pick one.
You'll go postal? Yeah. Can we now give that all up and destroy and uncreate everywhere where we've defended against all of those judgments, locked it into our body and cut off our sexualness? Joy,
Yeah.
nurturing, healing, kindness.
So anything that doesn't allow for that, can we uncreate and destroy it all? Right, wrong,
Yes.
bad, all 9, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And that's, if anybody's new on this call, if you don't know what the clearing statement is, that's the clearing statement. It's all the weird words that clear the energy on stuff.
Cool. Everything that doesn't allow you to receive that, can we now destroy and uncreate?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and
My God, can you imagine if you were like this for 4 days during foundation? How much fun would that be? You'd be exploding all over the place. Good enough we've got some towelettes and toilets.
thank
You
goodness.
got me bouncing now.
Yeah,
Just kind of watching you.
I'm in training you. Training you to joy everywhere where you've been in trained to that.
Yeah.
What that is, can we now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye, right one, pop, pop, or no shot, boys. Mates. How much of that is receiving? I'm receiving. I am receiving.
I'm receiving rock.
Yeah. A rock has more receiving than you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think that is. Will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Yes.
Goodbye, right
Right.
one, pop, pop, or no shot, boys. Mates.
Man, I got on the right call today. Watching you two bounce around and smile and clear stuff. I just spent like 2 hours this morning working as the rock. You know, I was receiving. It was just, kind of going through the motions of getting stuff done that I had to do.
Mhm.
So,
What if you could bring sexualness to those have-tos and have the joy of have-tos rather than the resistance and reaction to have-tos?
That one.
Yeah, I'll
Strong.
take that.
Julie.
So everything that doesn't allow for that can be destroyed all.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Maybe we should talk about like what sexualness is.
Oh, okay.
So, because the elements of sex we tend to glump together and make it all one thing. Yes, that is a technical term.
Go on.
That's what I like about Julie. She's so highly technical.
So, sexualness is actually the energy of like the earth, the plants, the animals. It's the energy that's out in nature, and it's the energy that allows you and your body to thrive. So, and I think a lot of people think that sexualness is actually like it's either sex or it's copulation. Like if I'm having lots of sex, then that must mean I'm really sexual. And it actually may or may not have anything to do with sex. The actual copulation, putting body parts together. So everywhere we've glumped all these elements of sex together, can we uncreate and destroy all that?
Yes.
Yes? No? Maybe? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
We're not asking you to define it. We're just asking you to stop glumping it.
Yeah. So glumping is where you kind of put everything together, and it's like you put it into a blender and mush it all up as if it's one thing, when it's actually several different parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So everything that is all the unconsciousness and anti-consciousness of where we glump those elements together. Can we uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what questions do you guys have around this? Do you have any questions around this?
I don't think I
I've just
do.
lumped it all together, so.
But notice when we ask you that, how your brain just goes, huh? So, truth, do you really want to get clear on this or have more awareness around this?
Yes.
Or is lumping something that you actually enjoy?
Oh, oops.
Hmm.
Oh, oops. For somebody, they like doing that. That's cool.
Yeah.
You want to keep doing that? Keep doing it. If it's working for you, don't give it up. Definitely don't give it up.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not working for you, don't give it up. Oh, I mean,
you
give
can't
it up.
give it up. We forbid you.
Yeah.
So
we want you to stay in the shit, so then we can charge you lots of money to get out of it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. How many of you have that as a point of view, either about someone else or about you? And everything that is really never destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Yeah.
So yesterday when we first started talking about this, doing this call, it's interesting because I think this had come up in conversation between Liam and I, and we did some facilitation on it and kind of came back around to like, oh, it wasn't actually mine to begin with. But the energies that, and I was aware of this as well, the energies he was aware of were like energies that were going on with other people in the world that we were sort of then buying into, taking on, creating in our lives, and then that we allowed that to stop the sexualness. And that energy can be such a creative energy. So it's sort of like, how much do you shut off all of your capacities by shutting off your sexualness? And everywhere it wasn't yours to begin with. Can we uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Cool, right, wrong, kid, bad, all nine, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And can we return it all to sender with consciousness? Everywhere it wasn't yours, can we return that to sender with consciousness attached?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So it got me a lot more curious about this subject, because people have asked me about this before, and I've been really resistant to even talk about it. But I get there's some element in here that I know that I haven't maybe even recognized. So I just started asking, what do I know? What do I know about this? And I started, like sexualness from the energy of the plants and the animals and the earth, and that's how I kind of have learned to tap into it in my own body. And so I was sitting yesterday morning having a cup of coffee, and my cat was sitting on my lap, and I actually asked my cat, hey, what do you know? What do you know about sexualness? And the thing I got was, it's what we turn off to kill our bodies. Sexualness is what we turn off to kill our bodies. And that just went.
Let me get this right, Julie. You asked your pussy what it knows. Is that correct?
I did, yes.
It's actually a good question.
Yeah.
But
So-
don't ask those parts of your body, because you know they're things that we have to hide and keep quiet and never talk about.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it sounds like you're glumping.
Hey.
Sounds like you're glumping now.
I never galump.
Mm-mm. We never do any of this stuff. So everything that brings up, can we uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pop, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
So how can we receive more?
Awesome question. How can you receive more? What do you know, Sharon?
Well, definitely the barriers need to come down. You have to be aware of the barriers are up before you can bring them down to receive. That's definitely a big part of that.
Yeah, so are they actually your barriers?
No, but I've certainly bought a few of them.
Mhm.
Right? Me too. So everything that is, everywhere we've bought other people's barriers is our barriers. Everywhere we're biomimetically mimicking them or anything else with them, can we uncreate and destroy?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
And
Cool.
where have you guys actually made a commitment to eliminate barriers from other people's realities?
Ah,
And
that one.
that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Can you?
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pod, shorts, boys, beyonds. Go.
Just give me the stop sign next time, Julie. Just like time out. Finish the clearing. I don't think I didn't get that, Liam.
You didn't get what?
Well, I think I did, but what you just had said, everywhere that we are trying to.
Well, let me ask you a question, Mike. Have you ever taken on a job of trying to take people's barriers out of their reality or taking judgment out of their reality?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I have. I have. Okay.
How many lifetimes have you been doing that?
Yeah. Probably more than one or 20.
More than 20? Yeah.
20,000?
Yeah, probably.
20,000?
Yeah.
Million? Yeah. Okay. So, so everywhere where you have committed to taking out people's judgments and barriers, and stuck yourself with them, would you now be willing to recant, rescind, revoke, reclaim, renounce, announce, destroy, and uncreate that across all lifetimes, space, dimensions, and realities?
Yes.
Give them back to Julie's pussy. Good and bad, right, wrong, pop, pop, combination of boys and beyond. As in cat. You guys are terrible.
Where did your minds go?
Yeah.
I don't know who's blushing more, us or Julie.
And
I've been sweating since before we even started this class.
and like Sharon, where have you locked those things into your body? It's like often we lock stuff into particular parts of our body, and then our body will give us an awareness of what's locking us up. Maybe it's like Mike's commitment to taking out judgment. For me, there's a lot of stuff going on in my back lately, not just my lower back, top the whole spine. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
So everything that just brought up, can we destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Get that all nine, pod, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. I've noticed that as my awareness increases, like some of the things that I sense, either the energies or the sensations in my body, are so intense that I automatically think it's mine without actually asking a question about it. So how many energies in regards to sex, sexualness, and relationship are you aware of that actually aren't yours, that you've decided are yours? And everything that is can we uncreate and destroy it all.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, gate, battle, 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Right, and if you're not buying into everybody else's reality around sex and sexualness and or in relationship, then how much more choice do you have? And how much more of a different possibility do you have to create in regards to this?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One of the things that we often look at what is wrong with, in this case, what's wrong and how can we change it with sexualness, relationship. What if you were all of you were also willing to have a look at what areas are you really great at receiving it? Like maybe some of you are gazillionaires, so you've got a lot of money, then you're good at receiving in that particular area. Maybe some of you have got a really great body like Julie, and she's really good at gymnastics and yoga, so she's really good at receiving with the body. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe some of you have got, and maybe if some of you have got a really great relationship with somebody, so you're good at receiving in relationship. What if you acknowledge where you're willing to receive, and then have a look at the energy of what it is that you're being and doing in that area of your life, and then use your biomimetic mimicry talents and abilities to mimic the receiving in other areas of your life that you're not so good at receiving at.
Cool.
And everything that doesn't allow that, can we now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Good and bad, right, wrong, pop, corn, nine, short, boys, and beyonds. And for those of you that haven't got any area that you're good at receiving, you're fucked.
I
I was waiting for you to include that group.
Yeah.
How many of you are part of that group? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's interesting as even as you were saying that, Julie's got a really great body, and I was like, no, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, that's why you only ever see her head on there. You see me? Look.
Pocket pod. Cool. So everywhere we're not willing to receive the positive judgments, because like it's really easy to go like recognize, oh, I'm resisting and reacting to all the negative judgments, right? But how much do we also avoid the positive judgments? And everything that is, can we uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all, 9, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Like, what if you're actually willing to receive it all? All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
How about just some of it? Most of it.
You can only have 10%, Mike.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Everybody else can have 75.
Okay. I'll take what I can get.
You're allowed to flip me off at any moment.
That is a very male point of view, huh? Well, I can I'm just joking a little bit.
Everything that just brought up can be great and destroy it all. Right, wrong, kid, bad, all, 9, pod, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah, what is that? That point of view, I'll take what I can get. Where does that come from? Why is it there?
Is that
maybe why isn't there is not a good question. Never mind, popping pad.
Is that an expansive point of view, I'll take what I can get, or is that coming from a sense of lack?
If you're asking me that question.
Well, I'm asking anyone that question.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a sense of lack. It's, as you were saying before about, or one of you were saying before, is like, how often do we shut off our sexual energy? And I used to think that was okay if a person's not having sex, then you're shut off. But with this broader glumping definition of sex, that it's not just about copulation, I can see where I've shut that down in my life. It just happens to be with my particular circumstances in the relationship that I'm in, that it's not, you know, how do I say it? Anyway, yeah, so I've got myself in a position where, you know, hey, I take what I can get.
Yeah.
But that, you're right. Yeah, that's not good. And I can see where it affects other, you know, it affects my relationship with my kids, with coworkers, with my work, that kind of thing. And never really have looked at it that way before.
Yeah. So, Mike, would you be willing to say, would you like some change with this, or are you happy with your point of view?
Thanks for asking. No, I'll take the change. It's not good enough.
Well,
you know?
It's interesting because you know, for me, it would be like, yeah, I'd like to change that, but some people don't. So, you know, I've got to be willing to ask that.
Sure.
So would you be willing to say, I'll take what I can get 5 times out loud?
You and Julie got together before this call, didn't you?
He hates this one.
But I'll take what I can get.
All about you, Mike.
I try to do it with a straight face. It's not going to happen. I'll take what I can get. 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 I'll take what I can get.
Cool. And everything that's Shiku about that, all the Shiku implants and explants, and everything that's holding that in place across all lifetime, space, dimensions, and realities, would you now be willing to destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Good and bad. You'll take what you can get. Good and bad, right, wrong, pop, and beyond. Yeah, and like now, anytime that comes up, what if you turn it 180 degrees and look at it and go, okay, what would I like to create?
Yeah.
Or what is this, and what can I do with it? Can I create something with this?
That would be better than taking what I can get.
Yeah. Gary, I'll tell you a private story. Gary told me once to go and have sex with a man and see what that was like. And I went, oh, okay. I'll try anything once. So it was really cool. I asked a guy that was really, 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 really kind and caring, and he said, yeah, sure, let's play with it. And what we did is we just lied down on the bed and received each other. And then every time that the barriers came up, all of those thoughts, feelings, and emotions came up, or whatever, needless to say, that the guy did access to, we were pocketing them in our own minds and realities. And then our bodies started to relax. And then, and this took about 20 minutes to half an hour. And then he turned around to me and he said, and this is the space that we could start to have sex from. And I went, yeah, that is so cool. And at that point, we decided to go back to class. And but what it actually brought up was, I mean, Gary is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we didn't actually have copulation, but we both put ourselves in a position where we had to lower our barriers and keep on going. Okay, what is this? What can I do with it? All of that stuff just kept on coming up and up and up and up and up. So everywhere where we're going to the conclusion that when we start to receive another person and our own body, and that sexual energy comes up, that we have to go to copulation, can we now destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Good, bad, right, wrong, popcorn, eyes, short boys, and beyonds. So if you are in a relationship, you know, what can you and your body be, and what sexualness can you be, and what receiving can you be that would allow the other body and being to turn on, and don't go with it with that point of view of what the outcome is going to be. How much more fun could you have if you didn't have what do you call it? A point of view about, or an expectation about what's going to show up.
Right.
And everything that brought up, and everything that let down, can we now destroy it, or down? Can we now destroy it and uncreate it all?
Right,
Yeah.
wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, short, squares, and beyond. Yeah, that was a huge gift to me. Somebody said at one point, just because somebody's turning your body on or you're turning somebody else's body on doesn't mean you have to have sex with them. Doesn't mean you have to do anything with it. So what if you could just allow for that energy to come up in your body and let it nourish your body? And just receive it. What else would be possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
We're sort of at the end of the call, but I do have one other sort of like thing that I'd like to bring up with sex and sexualness and receiving, if you guys are willing to stay on for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of us try to force things into existence, or try to force things out of existence. And one of the things that has been really great for me, like with the talk to the entities, because that's a place where I really had to force myself to receive, is that receiving actually is, you have to be totally relaxed to do it. So you go back to the beginning, and Julie took us through that exercise where we started to lower the barriers and become more relaxed. If you're willing to relax, then you're creating that space where you can receive more, and that's where you can drop your question in. How many of us are using the tool of question, but from a point of view of like, bah, 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 bah. Now it's not showing up. It's not showing up the way I want it to. It's not showing up quick enough. Because we're not asking it from that space of receiving and relaxation. So right now, everywhere where you have brought, the only way to create with question is by using the machine gun, shotgun process, rather than relax and drop it, like, like when you like drop a pebble into the water. When you get a nice, clear, relaxed lake, there's no wind, it's relaxed, it's still. That's the place where you drop your pebble of question in, and then that creates a tsunami of energy that goes throughout the entire lake or universe, and then you can receive a different possibility. Cool.
Like that.
Sorry.
Awesome.
No, we can't keep more. You can't give us more. You can't give us any more.
Kaylin's saying you can't receive more. You can't give us any more. Cool. Hey, you got anything else you'd like to add, Julie, or anybody else?
I was just looking at the question that Kaylin had put into the chat about, I notice I will avoid relationship because it seems that once we're in relationship, there is less sexualness. Well, the thing that it brings up in my world is like, how much do you create your relationships from solidity? Right? Like, oh, I'm in a relationship now and it looks this way, like XYZ is what this relationship is. And so if you take all these different points of view about relationship, how much room is there for it to expand and change and shift and be what it can be? And how much does that shut off the sexualness? So everything that brings up, can we uncreate and destroy it all?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. So a tool you can use with that is just destroying and uncreating all your relationships every day, so that you're always on the creative edge. It's always getting to be something new, something different, something that can change. So it's not killing the relationship. It's just it's destroying whatever you've decided it has been in the past.
Very cool.
Good idea.
Yeah,
So-
and you can do that for you. You can do that for your body. You can do it with anything you happen to have a relationship with. You could even do it with your business.
And when relationships hit the fan, you gotta ask, is this the change I've been asking for showing up in a totally different way?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Thanks, Julie.
Thank you, Kaylin.
Awesome.
Thank
So Julie and I have got a little foundation class this weekend. Please register if you're going to come along to that. And please feel free to share this video around. Oh shit, I was a little bit vulnerable on this one. I've never told that. Oh, but how did we get into that?
Yeah, and this is a topic that we can actually go into in even more depth in the foundation class, because it goes through a few pages worth of like all these elements of sex and relationship.
Yeah, and that's one of the that's one of the things that Gary says is that relationship is a huge minefield in this reality, and is it no wonder as humanoids, we're in resistance to it to quite a degree, or we've bought it that it has to look a particular way, and then when it doesn't show up that way, it's not much fun. So for me, I am making much more demand that that relationships that I have are things that I add to my life that are going to contribute to me. And if it's not contributive, I don't desire it as part of my life. It should be something that you can add to your life and not that it becomes your life. And that's why destroy and uncreate your relationship every day. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah,
awesome.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Take us out,
everyone.
Julie. Yeah.
What was that?
Take us out with
Okay.
a dance.
Bye.
See y'all.
Bye. Bye.